So I heard that some of you guys were here this morning, and then they told you to go away and come back. Is that right? All right, that's perseverance. Well, we appreciate it. So, what's the game plan? Quick photos. All right. It does, doesn't it? A little like ours.
A three-shot.
It's up in the middle.
Small, medium, and oh my god.
How happy are you, Brian?
Come on, stop moving. Oh, sorry. Okay, please.
All right, great.
And I'm out.
You two right over there also. Somebody like this? Whatever's good for Cameron. Okay. Now I got a couple of questions. Since I'm moderating this, I want to go first.
Good, it's your world.
Why 3D?
All right, quick. How many eyes do you have in your face? 2, right?
Yes.
So we're seeing the world in stereo. Everybody out there, 2 eyes. So it's the way we perceive the world. So I believe that all entertainment should be in 3D. And we started to look at doing Titanic in 3D 7 years ago. And it was part of just an overall attempt to build up the 3D market. You know, I wanted to have something to tell exhibitors. I knew I wasn't going to have Avatar done for a while, so I said, well, let's do Titanic in 3D. And we didn't even know at that point if it was even possible. I knew there was technology. But, so we did a test of about 1.5 minutes of the movie. And it was absolutely gorgeous. So really from 7 years ago, we knew we were going to be doing it. Then it was just a question of when. So we had to get Avatar done and get that out of the way, and then we could focus on it. And then it seemed like it was probably a good idea to bring it out on the centenary of the sinking, which would be 2012. So that gave us a kind of a date and a kind of marketing concept. So then we just had to get it done, and it took 14 months and $18 million and over 300 computer artists to convert the film to 3D.
And I think one of the things that the 3D hopefully shows is that Titanic, it's about the dramatic scenes. As much as about the action scenes. People think that 3D is about the action. It's not.
Can you hear him? Yeah.
Am I on?
Now you're on. Yeah.
So I was just saying that 3D, for us, is really about the dramatic scenes. That it engages you, the audience, more in the narrative storytelling. And it's not just about the car chases or the explosions. Or in fact, maybe you don't even need it that much. It's more for the dramatics.
And I think we're up to $2 billion now with
2.2, but who's counting?
2.2. Now, I have to ask you a question about.
So buy the Blu-ray. We need the money.
Oh yeah, the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray. Yes. What about the Blu-ray? Tell us about it. Carefully remastered.
Yeah. When we started down the path of the 3D conversion, we started by going back to the original negative and making a 4K transfer. So we had plenty of data, and then we put it through what we call a cleaning process, which is a pretty complicated digital process that actually looks at, if you take a given frame, it looks at the frames before it and the frames after it and kind of averages the information together to get rid of all the noise. So we essentially got rid of all the grain at 4K. So now we had a master that was like we had shot the movie in 70mm. We started from that. Then we did the 3D conversion, and then we mastered it, for Blu-ray at a good bit rate, which is why when you play the Blu-ray, it's over 2 discs. You have to do your own little intermission, get up, make some popcorn or something. Come back. Yeah, like the old Laserdisc days. Yeah, exactly.
Which half of these people don't remember. So.
Yeah, that was before you were born, by the way. So the quality is very high. The authoring rate, the data rate on the Blu-ray is very high. So you'll see quality on the. I guess we've got a couple of monitors going here, and you'll see a quality that's the equivalent of what you'd have in a movie theater. Obviously, the screen's small in your house, but there's no loss of image quality.
So all supervised by you, which I know a lot
Yeah,
of directors
yeah.
can't necessarily have that option to supervise the transfer.
Well, yeah, other directors work more than I do, you know, they're gainfully employed. Yeah, no, I went through every step of the process, both the 3D conversion and the final mastering of the DVD, color correction, getting the black levels right, cleaning it up. The other thing is when you see it in 3D, I guess this is 2D, so that's running with masking at the top and bottom. When you see it in 3D, it pops out to the full height of the screen, because we actually, when we shot the film, we shot it in 35 millimeter, but we didn't shoot it anamorphic. I don't know how much you guys geek out on film formats.
Film students, they know this. Yeah.
Okay, you're film students, you know what I'm talking about? All right. So we shot Super 35 format, which meant that there was more information, top and bottom, on the negative than we used to release the movie originally in '97, because we released it in the scope format. So what that meant was that for 3D, we could actually come out to the 16:9 aspect ratio of the monitors, which is really cool because it works better for 3D to do that. But we had to do a lot of digital paint out of like dolly track and boom mics and all kinds of things like that had crept in close to the scope frame line. So that took a lot of time too. So in a way, you're getting more image than has ever been seen before if you play the 3D Blu-ray. The 2D Blu-ray, we left it at that scope aspect ratio, which is, I think, what you're seeing here. It's kind of hard to tell different monitors format in different ways, but I'm pretty sure that's the 16:9 or the 235 to 1 format.
And not only did Jim supervise, the transfer, but also all the value-added content. 2 documentaries.
Yep.
Jim was very much a part of, Reflections, which is how often do you get to make a documentary 14, 15 years after the fact and look back on something? And
right.
we had Kate Winslet, we had Jim, we had other cast members who had that unique opportunity. And then Jim, since we did the movie, he's gone back to the wreck several different times and put together a group of Titanic experts about the wreck in a forensic way. And there's a documentary on there called The Final Word.